First of all, if you don't already have the Shortcuts app, go ahead and download it from the App Store. It is free. Once you've done that, press on it and open it up. Okay, so if you've already done that, good job. You're awesome. But if you're not, feel free to comment and ask about any potential issues, maybe with your phone, or maybe you don't have the new updates. You have to have iOS 14 and up to have custom icons. And I'll try to get back to you within a day. Also, check the description or a pinned comment if there is one for any updates on how to do this. For example, in iOS 15.7, even though the update is not out yet. But if anything like difference, any big difference comes out from here, I'll try to update you so you know what you're doing basically. Okay, so once here, go ahead and import all the icons that you want on your home screen to your app gallery or to files. Okay, so all the icons that I'm currently looking for are over here in my photo gallery, as you can see on the screen, hopefully. So once you're here, obviously, you gotta have some good old looking icons. If you want to get the ones that I currently have, you can definitely DM me on Instagram, and I'll just send you these icons if you like for free. So I've collected them from all over the internet. I have no way of taking credit for them, but if you really want it, go ahead and DM me on Instagram at it's really pineapple. So once you have all your icons that you are looking for, these are some of mine. I'm going for a macOS vibe on my phone, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to show you guys how to do it too, so you can do it at home, because I know a lot of people want to have custom icons on their phone. These are not super custom, but they're a good example. All right, while you're here, we go to the apps, to the Shortcuts app. And when you're here, you can see some starter shortcuts, which are some things that, basic things you can set up for yourself. You can definitely check these out as well, but they're not going to help us make custom icons, and we're here to make custom icons, so we better do that. We click on the plus on the right hand of the screen to open this page up. So you have this page, which is kind of like your almost shortcut linking, so you can link what kind of action you want your shortcut to do, and we want it to open an app. So we're gonna select open app as one, and it's one of the few basic shortcuts that comes up, because Apple knows it's pretty popular to have custom icons on these phones since iOS 14. Okay, so once you're here, you can press what app you want your icon to be linked to. So for example, the first one that we are going to do is going to be the App Store. So this custom icon right here. And unfortunately, there's no system like magically detects that it's the App Store and it's going to link it to App Store. No, you got to do it manually, unfortunately. That would be cool though, Tim Cook, am I right? Okay, so once you're here, you select App Store onto your list. So you want the image that's going to be on your screen to connect you to the App Store so it works properly. And when you select whatever app you like, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, any of your favorite apps, basically, you select what app you want the shortcuts to be linked to. And if you do coding or any computer engineering stuff, this stuff is going to sound a lot more familiar to you. But if you don't, no worries. You can always slow down the video because I go pretty fast. All right, once you're here, name your shortcut if you like to. So if you don't name your shortcut, it's going to just show up as a blank image on your home screen. So let me just show you what I mean from that. For example, on the Shortcut app, we have an icon. So the basic default Shortcut app, we have an icon that shows us that looks kind of familiar with shortcuts. And below it is the name Shortcut underneath. So the name Shortcut is and you can simply not have that shortcut name anymore. So for example, when you're here, you can simply not name your app, and this way it's going to just show up as different images if you like that style. Kind of like how we have no description for the camera, Safari, and a gallery and the phone on the little part of my screen. Okay, so that's pretty basic stuff. If you don't want a name underneath your app, just don't name it. But if you do, you can always write App Store if you like. I'm gonna leave that out. All right. When you're done with this stuff, don't click on any of the next action suggestions. You've already done everything you need to do at this point. Then we go and select this kind of like control bar, like music stuff. They control it with these little thingies, the blue little circular bottom on top of the screen. You're gonna press on that, and when you're here, you're going to click Add to Home Screen. So when you're here, you name your shortcut if you want. If you don't want to name it, you press on the X, and that's a preview of what your shortcut is going to look like. Okay, so at this point, you're thinking, okay, why do I not still have my icon on it? Well, you're going to actually have to press on the little highlighted area in here, so like just like that. And it's going to make you either take a photo, which you're probably not going to do, choose photos, or choose a file. So if you have your shortcut saved as a file, obviously go to the files. If you don't have it saved as a file, as a photo, go to choose a photo. So me personally, I have it saved as a photo on my photo gallery. It's a little less quality if you're going to save it on the photo gallery, but I've imported from Google Drive because I actually had to do some photoshopping on these to improve these icons for my usage so they look a little better. Okay, so when you're here, choose whatever icon you're going to do. Again, App Store, I'm going to do that one first, and you're going to select Choose. Okay, after you've done that, you're simply going to see the preview if everything looks good, Sometimes your image can be too big and you have to zoom in, so that's going to sometimes happen. Again, if you have any issues, please comment in the description. I'll try to get back to you within a day. Okay, so while you're here, you're going to press Add. So it's going to add that to your home screen, just like that. It just did that for me. So as you can see, all the other icons here, like Google Drive, they have the drive underneath them, but this one doesn't. It has just the App Store logo. Me personally, I think it looks way cleaner, and I wish this was a default for apps, but I guess it's not. But that's no problem because you can change your icons if you like. Again. Okay, so while you're here, you can obviously see a preview of your good old icon, but I do have to tell you a few things about custom icons that you should get to know if you're going to actually do this for your own iPhone. So first of all, the red little notification bar, kind of like this Gmail notification here that shows you how many, for example, unread mails you have. I better get reading at this point. 2,418 unread Gmails. That's not good. But the thing is, if you do actually put like shortcuts on your screen, it's not going to show the notifications that you have on an app. So if these little red dots really matter to you more than the custom icons, then you should definitely just not put custom icons on your home screen because they're going to disappear if you want. But still, if you want to actually see your apps and maybe notifications, you can definitely still swipe to the right of the screen to the app library, where it still shows you the default icons and the notification on the little red notification that comes on the side of the app. The other thing that you should know is every time that you open an app, it's going to be a little bit slower. So let me just show you right here. So the basic app store, the default app store, when you click on it, it just opens super fast. Obviously, I'm recording right now, so it's going to be a little slower. So I'm recording my screen. That doesn't matter. But it's going to be a little slower for me right now, but still quite fast. But if you're opening it with a shortcut, so let me open it with my shortcut, it's going to take a little longer, as you saw. And it's also going to lower this little notification style bar thing, so it's going to show you that the shortcut was complete. I wish there was a click for you not to do that, not to show that every time. but I guess it's gonna do that. So sometimes what I've actually learned after doing and running shortcuts on my phone for like one entire whole month is that after a while, if you have so many apps open, it's gonna run a little bit slower for your phone. Especially if you have an older phone, this stuff definitely matters to you. If you don't have an older phone, you're probably gonna be good anyway. Okay, so that's pretty much it. If you want custom icons, obviously hit me up on Instagram, and I'm actually working on a new series of icons, so coming soon. I'm actually working on a brand new series of icons coming quite soon to you guys. These are going to be custom for your own iPhone. But if you want my new macOS Monterey icons, you can definitely hit me up on Instagram DM, and I'll try to send them to you as soon as possible and in PNG format, so you can have it on your screen, and it's going to look very, very nice. Now I better put all the icons on my screen that I've downloaded, so you guys can see a good old preview of what your home screen will look like after you've done this for yourself. So we'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, so that was quite a long wait to get where we're here. I've installed all the icons, and they're all on my screen. They all work, and it took about 40 minutes. So if you are going to do this for yourself, just make sure you have enough time and also enough battery, so you don't run out of battery in the middle of the whole process. That won't be good. But yeah, it took me about 40 minutes. I'm probably gonna leave it on for the rest of July, but yeah, these look really, really good. First of all, I got a new wallpaper. If you don't know how to do that, you don't know how to do it, just go to settings, wallpaper, and here you can choose a new wallpaper. And you can choose from some default ones. I personally like the live ones, but for this theme that I'm going for, I made a custom wallpaper just for this phone with the correct dimensions and everything. That has the macOS Monterey wallpaper, a little bit customized, a little more blue than the purple pink that it originally was. And honestly, it looks really good. You can take a look at it right here. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you are enjoying your new icons, and have a good day. Thank you for watching. I'm Hormuz, and you were watching Pineapple.